to YouTube, you see I'm getting better with cutting my hair. Because I know y'all used to see me with the hat or just in the hoodie. Well, I'm about to put my hoodie on. It's kind of, well, no, then y'all can't hear me. But yeah, I'm getting better at cutting my own hair. But anyway, that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is going to be about, is Gen Z meant to work? Why or why not? So if we go back, working wasn't even really a thing. I feel like back in the day, before all these systems and everything, everybody was just doing their own thing. So it was all like money wasn't even really a thing. Everybody was bartering, trading, and just things like that. Like it wasn't no materialistic world. And I feel like working came after slavery. I truly feel that way, or just when the world starts to got more corrupted. I might do a video about this, but I believe there was a time on Earth where life was very beautiful. I mean, life is still beautiful, but how can I say it? Like life, like everything wasn't so. What's the word I'm looking for? Like everything wasn't so like capitalistic, right? Like money wasn't everything. Because, in this world, money is everything. Like, I'm talking to you with the phone, money. You watching this video costs money because you got to have some type of device for it. So, that's what I mean, right? Back in the day, people probably used to just talk, like survival wasn't so important. Like, of course, survival was important, but it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, I got to hustle. Like, I really got to grind. I really got to make this money. And, I just feel like when slavery happened and after all that, I just feel like that's when, school, not bad, y'all. That's when school came about, jobs came about, because y'all know school doesn't do anything but teach, like, just program you to be a worker. Because if you think about it, you're in school for 7 to 6 hours, like 6 to 8 hours a day. After elementary school, you have no recess, so you're really just in one spot all day. You can't really use the bathroom. You can't really do what you want. What else? You got to be there like 5 days out the week. You work 5 days out the week. You around the same people. You around the same people at work. And you're not really learning anything useful in school. To me, in my opinion, like there can be someone like you can meet someone who's smart, like and then how do you like what really makes someone smart? You know what I mean? Like that's like when I got older, like I ain't gonna lie, people used to call me smart a lot, but like what really makes somebody smart? You know what I mean? Like what really makes someone, you know what I mean? Just because somebody has good grades, like, and my grades wasn't always good either. So, my bad, I don't know why I keep yawning. It's like I be getting nervous on here, but yeah, it's just stuff like that. Like when you really just sit down and you really think about it, school just teaches you how to work a job, and I used to struggle a lot in school. I don't even know if I want to put this out there. I'm gonna put it out there. Nah, because then if this video, I mean, we all got our challenges. So like, I used to take medicine because I used to have ADHD. Most of the times when I wasn't on medicine, like my grades wasn't good 9 times out of 10. Like I just never really like you know what I mean. Like I feel like I was always smart. Like I know a lot, but it was just always so boring to me because you just sitting down. You can't leave. You don't even got recess no more. You gotta wear this uniform. Like, dang, what if it's dirty? And then that's another thing. Like, you gotta wear a uniform. If we don't wear a uniform, like you gotta like leave. Like they suspend you. Like, dang, what if I ran out of detergent? Or what if I just, you know what I mean? Like, what if I just, what if I just didn't have time to wash clothes or something? Like I remember one time I was in 7th grade and I was in class And what happened? I was sitting down, just chilling. I didn't have the school shirt on. I forgot why I didn't wash clothes the day before, but this is the only time I ever like didn't come in uniform. And I just had my hoodie zipped all the way up. So there was a boy out. He used to get me in trouble a lot, but he was cool. He was like my brother. But anyway, he was like, she don't got a school shirt on. She don't got a school shirt on. So the teacher says, pull down your jacket. She sees the shirt, and y'all, a lot of y'all know I was in detention for the whole day. I could they really put me out of class just for not having a school shirt on, and that's the same thing at a job, well, most jobs. I remember I was at Planet Fitness, and like jobs like to do this thing where they like to only give you 1 to 2 shirts, but like, bro, I'm grown, like, who feel like washing clothes every other day, like every 2 days, like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, like, and I was working 2 jobs at the time. I used to come up there. I used to be like, hey, can I get another shirt? Can I get some more shirts? Cause like, damn, I'm working 5 days out the week, and you only want to give me 2 shirts. So like there are some jobs where most jobs, if you don't have that uniform shirt on, they will not let you clock in. So yeah, you know, I don't see our generation working for too long. I don't think nobody's really meant to work. Like, I feel like we are meant to provide value for this world, and just help each other, but I don't think it's meant to be like jobs and stuff like that. And I feel like that's why we see Gen Z, that's why we see everybody trying to be entrepreneurs and like bosses, because we're the generation that's gonna like break free. Like, I feel like our generation is a generation that that's gonna gonna break the matrix. Because like I said, like even back in the Bible, wasn't there like, didn't they say how we used to live? Now, granted, I don't believe in religion. I'm not religious at all, but I do believe there's some truth to the Bible. Like, I do feel like there truly was a time where life was free, or life was very, very, very cheap. Like, you probably only had to pay for something if it was like, and even if you had to pay, it was probably something like you know what I mean, like like you probably only had to pay for something that was like really, 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 like it was like gold or something. But even then, you probably like back then to them it's probably expensive because they wasn't used to paying for stuff. But like to us, it'll probably be like nothing. Like, it'll probably be like 25 cents. In fact, I think before inflate, like, you know what I mean. Like, if you really look at it, like, life did not used to be expensive. Like, life kind of, like, I ain't gonna lie, life is kind of like, I don't really like to use the word expensive, but like life do cost now. Like, you know, I remember like all the older people, they used to say, back in the day, you can get a full meal from McDonald's for like $1. Now, if you gotta pay at least like to fill you up. But I mean, I don't even eat at McDonald's, but to probably get some of that fill you up, probably gotta pay at least like $15 to $20. In fact, I remember one day, I remember like back before I started eating healthy, I went to McDonald's, and I used to try to get a milkshake and some fries. Like, I used to try to get a meal and some milk with a milkshake. It'd be like $20, like, for McDonald's. Like, and it wasn't even like a big size. So, you know, times definitely has changed, and just as the world became more capitalistic. But back in the day, I truly do believe that life was very like life was very really cheap, or life was free, or there was like a different system for money, one where we didn't have to be locked in or plugged in for jobs. And yeah, like it said, like it used to say in the Bible, like, didn't there say there was a time in the, like, we were just in the garden chilling, just like going out in nature, getting the food, and just living out our everyday lives. Not, go to school every day, then like go home, or not go to work every day and only have 2 days off. Like, I really don't think that's how life's meant to be lived. And, I don't know if you ever been at a job, but sometimes, like, I remember my old job, like the one I got fired from. Like, I look back and I'm kind of glad, because sometimes I just used to be at the job, and I don't know why, but I used to just be feeling like messed up. Like, I used to just be feeling like I don't know, like just off, because like I'm doing the same things every day. I'm talking to the same people every day. Like, I'm not outside. There ain't no sunlight. You know, so I think the best thing to do is like to look. I feel like the way the world is going, I feel like everybody's going to try to get on social media, like, or use social media like to start selling their products and stuff like that. Because I feel like with social media has really paved the way. Like, now you can make like so much money. And people say social media can be a job, but let's be honest. Like, would you rather, be on YouTube? You got to edit maybe for like a couple hours, make a couple videos for a couple hours, or you at a job all day, every day, doing the same things, talking to the same people. You know what I mean? Like, doing the same things, maybe getting stressed out, not getting paid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, either way, it's a trade off. So I feel like, yeah, like social media really is the way. I don't know if, like what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm probably about to work one more job. I'm gonna try one more job, because I ain't gonna lie, I worked like 9 or 10 different jobs, I think, and I did, yeah, I don't think it's the path for me. So I'm gonna just try to stack my money and get some driving lessons, just because I ain't driving a while. And once I get my full license, I'm gonna get a car, and I'm probably just gonna like Uber or do DoorDash or something, just not to be working, because I'm tired, bro. Like, I'm tired of, go to orientation, going on interview after interview, go to this orientation, go to that orientation, and then like you gotta change up your routine. Like, you know, this is how then you gotta get used to this place, that place. Like, I'm tired, man. Like, I just want something where I can be for like a year, 2 years, and I'm just like it's steady. Like, I know I'm gonna be here for a while. Like, I don't gotta worry about getting fired or anything. I really wish I got my license earlier when I was in school, but the reason why I didn't was because I would have been got my license, but my mom, I lived with my mom, and that's a whole another story. My mom was really crazy, so she didn't want me to drive at the time. She didn't want me to drive at 19, so I didn't get it right then and there. And she never taught me how to drive. She taught my sister how to drive, but excuse me. But when it came to me, yeah, she didn't teach me how to drive, so yeah. So yeah, that's this video, and I'm gonna see y'all later.